when you go.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I knew how to tie my shoes. I knew my numbers. I knew my letters. I was starting to learn how to like read basic, like books, the basic sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that's where James is. He is ahead of people.
And I feel like that too with him in preschool right now. He's kind of like getting more so just like the social skills of it. Because it's like he wasn't like always around a million kids. Like, but everything that they're teaching already, I'm like, all right, yep, you know this, you know that. But the social skills, I'm so happy he's getting that.
That's important.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I could fully homeschool my kid because I feel like you lack that interaction.
I agree. That's what I'm struggling with right now.
Are you homeschooling all of them?
No, Isabel made it to pre-4. James won't go to pre-3 because he's in diapers.
Right.
He's gonna be okay.
But like,
I hope so.
He's gonna get it.
Like Missy Kid, like she's planning on, like she's gonna homeschool. For how long? I'm like, I hope not for long.
Yeah, I know.
And like,
it's exhausting.
Like there's a certain like interaction with people that you need to have.
Yeah, I totally agree on that.
Yeah. I feel like it's a difference too of that cousin bond or whatever versus being around your friends or whatever.
Or like learning how to share. Well, it's a weird dynamic because even if you share with your parent, like they're still your authority figure.
Yeah.
Versus like
your friend.
It's a random person I don't know. Like I could technically snatch that from them if I really wanted to.
Like, no, for real. I don't like that. I don't like you.
It's all very interesting. Okay.
Well, I sent out your emails for interviews so you can interview. What's that?
She was at school one day when the boys had called her fat. That's when she decided she was going to do something about it. That's when I kind of started like watching my eating, counting calories, and I went like really overboard. Sarah wants to be perfect, and I think Sarah feels like she's not.
Things changed for her. She did really well.
I set goals and I always did my homework and made sure I was doing good. She was 0.5% likely on a roll.
Yeah, Sarah was big.
Sarah wanted to go. She wanted to experience the world. A couple of days into her trip was the tsunami and the earthquake that rocked the world. We felt the earthquake and everything, and like the aftershocks. We were kind of bummed out because our trip got cut short. She was there. She was very appreciative. And when she came home and stayed quiet, she felt guilty for kind of angry. She felt very bad for people over there. For some reason, Sarah was singled out to be the child that they showed all over Canada. It was Sarah's picture that was on the newspapers and all of the TVs. When she started watching the newscasts, she felt a very deep sense of guilt. It was weird and overwhelming. My anxiety got intensified. Sarah went into her bedroom for about 3 weeks so she didn't go to school. Eat twice, go twice. And then we found out later on that's when she was drinking. She was hiding with alcohol in her bag. We thought she was drinking lots of water. It was straight vodka and water bottles. So it just kind of started as like a relaxer, liberating my body, makes me feel calm, normal. I got to a point where I couldn't even walk in my school anymore and just go to class without having a drink.
When she moved up to Kingston, that's when we all noticed she had a pretty big problem.
I can remember drinking like, full bottles of wine or five. Literally every time I would drink, I blocked it. She's called me in the middle of the night because she's been completely annihilated and not knowing where she was.
I visited her twice, maybe 3 times. Sarah drank a whole 26 years. She puked, she drank more. repeat.
I got calls 3 o'clock in the morning, and now the cops have just gone and got her. She's at the hospital.
I started noticing the money missing. I found many of 40 ounces, 26ers, Nickies. My dad kept telling them over and over again, you know, you bring anyone on call, she'll get kicked out. And as soon as he found out she was drunk, he said, all right, enough's enough. Got her to pack up a backpack, throw a coat on. I actually kicked her out, said you have to get going. We can't function as a family with Sarah fighting this battle. You know, I'm not giving her any money. I'm not giving her a place to stay. You know, I cut all ties.
My dad and my brother don't really talk to me. So, you know, they completely don't trust me anymore, just because I lie over so much.
My mom is just so wrapped around Sarah. She's believing every word that she says.
You guys need to get out of me.
She's always the one to give in. My sister knows that.
Can you run in and leave?
Have you tried it? No. Why don't you try on this together?
Okay, please.
If I go in, just to get the other job, you can try to.
Yeah, I don't think
You swear it? You're not gonna get drunk.
Do you promise it's gonna last you a couple of days?
Yeah. There's probably.
You probably know this for business cards. Yeah. But did you know we have some great fees? Who knows? And then, they're definitely this. Okay, back to the break for we can with lasers. And this is a great program. So your customers can hear the same. With that, and just like, if you need it, we print it. With 20% off for new customers at whisper.com.
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect. A lot of people didn't know she was really proud.
This parent's not helping.
For the whole life of the person.
This addiction, your addiction, has consumed my life. My God, is so much. If you do not accept this help, I will have no choice but to support your dad and your brother in their decisions to not support your addictions any longer. As much as I trust myself, I mean it. I have to save myself. It's a painful thing for a mom to say. When I see them supporting it, I'm enabling her. I can't do that anymore because I'm killing her.
You're sober, you're an amazing person to be with. You're funny, outgoing, energetic, and you're such a sweet girl. When you're drinking, you're careless, and you cut yourself up from us. I have seen things that no younger brother should have ever seen. Sarah, today you will have an opportunity of your lifetime. And the reason I say your lifetime is because I believe this is your last chance at life.
So it's my job to ask you, are you ready to accept help today's? Yeah. What was that? Oh, no. I'll go. I'll go. What's your friend? You have a choice. I will get help you. Give the tools to recover.
I didn't think it was possible for me to actually be capable of living a sober, healthy life. without the alcohol, I'm a pretty independent person. I'm creative. I found I love writing. It's just amazing. I'm just looking forward to my life because I got my full identity now.
I know. Good to see you. How are you? I'm good. Yeah?
How is snack?
Yeah, there should be something back there. I don't know why it's not showing me. Are you presenting today?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
You can email me back.
What was it
You can email me back.
about presenting?
No, it was about this. I had asked you because I know something that somebody already did, or I didn't know if you knew now.
That's fine. That's fine.
And we're weird and we have inside jokes and we get each other.
Catherine is smart and she has a compassion and empathy that is extremely powerful.
Right now, I'm massively addicted to drugs, smoking crack, drinking alcohol, sniffing dope, shooting coke.
She uses it every hour that she's awake.
Catherine currently is financing her drug habit by prostituting, going on dates with men, walking the streets. I believe that all her drugs that she's taken and the alcohol she's drinking blocks away every single feeling she could have for it, and it doesn't even matter to her anymore.
We've tried different treatment centers, but always if there was any disappointment, any upset, she turned right back to drugs.
I'd say Catherine's overdosed at least 7 or 8 times that we know of.
I'm a very broken person right now, half person. I'm a ghost of who I used to be.
Custom Ink helps motivate our students to custom here. We love how Custom Ink takes care of everything we need so we can focus on the kid.
Dave and I wanted and waited and prayed for children for 12 years. And finally, Catherine was born to us on Christmas Eve day. It was a very special gift from God. Catherine was a wonderful baby, extremely gifted from a very young age with words.
By the end of her first year, she was
Hello.
speaking in complete sentences.
Catholics upbringing
How you
was,
doing?
They were very religious.
The paradigm of the perfect Catholic family is us.
Did you survive your week so far? Is it? Are you presenting today or you already did it? Okay.
Catherine's parents are very overprotective. I mean, she was seized. They called the doctor. They didn't let her watch most movies.
I'm setting up all the interviews for the social work application, so when you guys turn it in.
I didn't do it because I'm an education major.
Yeah, that's perfectly okay. Only social workers have to do the social work application.
Oh, that's me.
Because I'm setting up the interviews now too.
Wait,
He has autism and Asperger's.
where do I apply
He
it?
is
Huh?
Where do I apply it?
When I was younger.
It's an assignment in this class. Yeah. So if you finish that, I pull it in and then I give it to all the social work teachers and we'll set up an interview.
Do you know how to be a part of the social work club thing? I've been trying to say, I don't know how to, I used to know before.
I know Nikita's in charge of it. So Dr. Nikita Jackson is the advisor to that club. If you email her,
Is she on the 3rd floor?
she is. She's in that office. Yeah. She's the office next to mine. Because there's 2 of us in there.
My parents wanted the perfect child.
You said Dr.
Nikita Jackson.
You can control the speed.
And then she started going for weekly counseling.
Did you all need a laptop to present or do you have, I can pull it up from here. I can do that.
Can I go on 3rd?
Yeah, that's fine. Nikita Jackson.
It's not popping up.
You write
Right here. Is that right here?
J.
This her?
I would say, yep, that is her professional photo shoot.
Definitely want to eat her. I've never seen her before.
She's good. She had a baby just like me, so we're having a hard time making it into work. Like, it's hard.
How is the baby, by the way?
Pretty good. We don't sleep at all. I feel like exhausted, but
I finally seen you have that Chevy,
what is it called?
a Chevy that you be charging your car on.
Oh, it is a Nissan Leaf I plug in.
Oh no,
It is.
I seen a Chevy over there charging the other day, and I was like, oh, this is where he goes to charge his car.
There is a student that parks in that orange car, the orange Chevy that plugs in all the time.
It was a white one the other day. Though.
That's mine. I have a white Nissan Leaf.
I bet it was a Nissan. Yeah,
Uh-huh. But she does have the Chevy.
I said, okay. I said, this where you have to walk across the whole world.
It is. It is a lot of moving. But we're making it.
They need to make some more like closer to the Wesley or something.
I had to donate that. I bought the plug, I donated them that, and then I got the electrician to hook it up. Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I set the whole thing up for me.
Oh my God, Brian.
When I interviewed, I was like, do you guys have a place to charge? Because I won't be able to make it up here if I can't charge. And they said, we'll get you one. I'm like, all right. Yes.
Those are expensive though.
I bought the plug for like 25 or 35, but the other thing,
35 what?
bucks.
Oh, okay.
And then I got the cord for like 200, and that I just pack in my car. That would suck. Some people pay that much.
Yeah, like a time in their homes. They pay a
Uh-huh.
lot for that.
All right, let's get.
I'm like, can finish that.
You guys are 3011, fall of 24. Dear Lord.
Wrong side.
It's
No.
so crazy.
All year, don't we?
Well, you take hbse 2 next semester probably too.
Still with you?
It's probably going to be Dr. Gifty, our new hire. But we promise you guys will get everything you need. What year do you graduate?
27.
Okay.
Trying to do all my classes. I mean, so in my senior year,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to stress.
That's a way to do it. There's the application to the program.
Which is an assignment.
It is.
I was trying to look and I could not. I'm going to show you when it come up.
You can't find this.
None of them. I don't know if it's just me.
You go under here, so go to course activities and then assignments.
Oh, that's why. I was going to content.
Yeah, because this isn't set up as an online class, which does do it under content. How do you spell your last name? You're the very first one. See? Nice. Okay. You want it downloaded? My goal was to have presentations and then watch Removed Part 2 and call it a day. Because I am. You can watch it live right here. I know. Here's the live session. That's why people skip it. Have you signed your name on there? The Dr. Trouth at Central State channel on YouTube. That's your attendance.
Oh. I did not know that.
It's hung over since COVID. I mean, it's just a weird.
I would have did that.
Well, I say you are way better to come in person.
Right.
You're going to learn a lot more. You're going to get more out of it. But if you do get COVID, there's an option for you to do that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like the one last secret hungover from COVID, and
I remember you telling me, I thought it was on YouTube. I thought you were moving live off of YouTube. Or not.
it is live.
That's why
off.
I'm like, yeah, or something like I remember telling you.
It's live, Dr. Trouth at Central State channel, and that way, yes, if anyone gets COVID, you got it. You got a way to watch it and just sign in. So, that's a good presentation. Is this your education presentation too?
No.
It's good for education because you got all of this stuff happening in education. all the time. What city are you from?
Dayton.
You'll see it in Middletown, especially Dayton, for sure.
Okay, major depressive disorder, understanding poverty-related trauma and social work interventions.
You gonna play it? Does that work? You do like the,
Oh, what happened? Oh.
there we go. Okay, that should work. That is weird.
Okay, my definition, I said persistent sense of sadness, negativity, and a disinterest in the day-to-day activities, all hallmark of why can't I talk right now? Depressive
That's
disorder
okay.
and a mental health illness. It affects about 67% of the US population, and it impairs a person's ability to function at work, relationships, social situations, and like I said, a day-to-day.
Next.
Okay, the 5 criteria. When a person exhibits at least 5 of the following symptoms for 2 weeks in a row, with at least one of them being in a depressive mood or lack of interest or pleasure, they are diagnosed with MDD. One could be a depressed mood of day to day, like I said before, disinterest in pleasure activities, significant weight loss or gain, insomnia, and yeah, loss of energy.
Ah, I can see that.
Understanding poverty-related trauma. One important element that can lead to the development of MDD is poverty. For those who have experienced trauma due to poverty, chronic stress brought on by unstable finances is one type of poverty trauma. Unstable housing, inability to obtain social assistance, healthcare, education, crime and violence, malnutrition, and food insecurity.
Okay.
The role of a social worker, I only put like 3 things on here. Social workers can help people with MDD deal with emotional and psychological difficulties that come with the disorder by offering counseling. Social workers often provide case management services, which involve assisting the client's needs. And then social workers engage in public health campaigns, community education programs to raise awareness.
Okay.
Then I had a little video.
Oh.
If it'll play.
If it clicks, we'll see if it goes. Like, let me play.
And then in the video, it talks about how I said the different
Okay, let me try.
Humans respond to stress, loss, and adversity in a variety of ways. Many of us have experienced low moods or spirits when faced with difficulty or loss. We may lose our sleep and appetite, and may not feel like socializing or meeting people. This change in behavior is a normal human reaction to a stressful situation, as long as the state is transient and goes away in a couple of days. But if symptoms such as low mood, hopelessness, changes in appetite, sleep patterns, loss of interest in hobbies, or anhedonia, feelings of guilt persist for more than 2 weeks, and negatively affect our social, domestic, and occupational functioning, then it is no more a normal reaction, but a pathological one. It may merit a concern for clinical depression. Major depression is extremely common among various societies, and despite being a treatable illness, goes largely undiagnosed due to its insidious nature and the stigma attached to its diagnosis and seeking treatment. Case for urgency. According to the Global Burden of Disease Study, depressive disorder is the 3rd leading cause of the years lived with disability, or YLDs globally. YLD can be described as years lived in less than ideal health. The economic burden of major depressive disorder is tremendous. As much as $326 billion are spent in the year 2018 in the US alone. Severe forms of clinical depression often translate into suicides. According to a report published in 2019, every 40 seconds a person commits suicide. For every person who commits suicide, there are 20 people who attempt to end their lives. The statistics are particularly more worrying for women, as they have almost twice a higher prevalence to experience depression compared to men. One of the main reasons is because there are occasional hormonal changes. The drastic change in women's hormone levels can be the precursor for depression. This includes premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD, a type of depression women experience before entering their period. prenatal and postpartum depression, the depression that happens during pregnancy and after giving birth. Perimenopausal depression. This kind of depression happens when a woman is transitioning into menopause. On top of that, as women typically experience puberty earlier than men, they are more likely to develop depression at a younger age. Another thing worth taking note of is the deteriorating mental health of our young adults. Several studies show that between 30 to 40% of college students have developed symptoms of depression. Not only do they have to make good grades and other academic achievements, but the students also need to move to a new place and are socially required to get along with new friends. Recent pandemic situations and restrictions, and the fear of contagion, which mandated separation from their peers, have been studied to also increase their stress levels. Mental illness at large and major depression, in particular, pose a public health challenge that calls for public health policy institutes and governments to take appropriate steps. Diagnosis, signs and symptoms. On the individual level, major depressive disorder is diagnosed based on a set of 9 symptoms, formulated in the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual, DSM-5, and their context. 5 or more of the 9 symptoms, including at least one of depressed mood and loss of interest or pleasure in the same 2-week period, and each of the symptoms represents a change from previous functioning. These symptoms include depressed mood, either subjective or observed. Irritability is more common in teenagers. Loss of interest or pleasure, change in weight or appetite. Insomnia or hypersomnia, observed psychomotor agitation, loss of energy or fatigue, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, impaired concentration or indecisiveness, thoughts of death or suicidal ideation or attempt. If there is depression resulting in significant clinical impairment, but not meeting the above criteria for major depression, then it is termed adjustment disorder with depressed mood. This occurs within 3 months following a stressful life event and does not persist for 6 months after the termination of the stressor. If depressive symptoms are occurring within 2 months of the death of a loved one, then it is considered normal grief. If symptoms persist beyond,
I just wanted to get to the five points I was talking about.
Yeah, how you diagnose it.
Yeah.
That's how we diagnose it.
That's the end.
Okay. Awesome. Any questions? Anyone else that you guys know might go today? Oh, good day to skip class. I said it's a good day to skip class. Maybe next time. There we go. Okay. We just had part 2 of this. That's it. Remember my story. If that's somebody coming in here. Yay. We just had a presentation. You know anyone else who wants to is coming to present today? Okay.
Who was that? Did you do it?
You don't remember my story.
You can watch it on Dr. Trouth's channel at Central State.
Okay.
All right.
I watched Tuesday's class online. Did you see that text?
Yes. Yes. All right. Now here is part 2 of what we watched on Tuesday. You guys can look these up. It's called Removed.
Oh, you can think about.
You can turn the light out too. Sure. Might be easier to see.
You cannot heal me. You're not a healer. You cannot save me or hide me. This is my story. I have to make peace with it. Once upon a time, there was a girl who was being torn apart. In between the homes, she learned not to trust, to always have regret.
In what ways have you maintained a parent and child relationship?
I love them.
The issue is hearing.
is not whether or not you love your children or if they love you. The issue is, at this point, if you have a parent-child relationship with your children, and if it will bring them harm for that legal relationship to be terminated.
Ms. Law, do you understand the purpose of this hearing? Yes. So you understand that this hearing is to terminate your parental rights. Do you understand that if the judge terminates them, you will no longer be the legal mother of your children? Yes.
Sometimes my life feels like a circle, a never-ending, ongoing cycle. And I don't know how to stop it. Or change it, or break it. When I finally come close, it starts all over again. A whirlwind, tornado, set out to destroy me. Hi.
Hi. You know, I think I'll be another 15 minutes. Sorry about that.
Sometimes things begin to get better. Once upon a time, there was an astronaut, and she was stuck in space because she lost her rocket ship. And she didn't know how to get back to Earth. Life falls to a new rhythm. Where'd you go? Under your sword. You're so smart. New normal. If you went through the atmosphere, that's a big word. Can you say atmosphere? I'm scared. Nice. And it may not be the best. But I've made peace with it. What's that? That's cool. Is it hot? And it feels like almost I might be happy. What did she do? Look at the stars up there. Maybe I can write my own story. Start from scratch. Forget all the past.
Oh, great. What's this one about?
This one's a tornado.
Did you know there are tornadoes in outer space? It's actually how stars are born. All right, Zoe. We have a visit with your mom today. Let's go pick up your brother.
But then, of course, someone else makes a choice and leaves me alone to figure it out.
Now remember, this is your last visit with Benaya.
Isn't there anything I can do to change it?
You need to prove that you're taking steps to get your life back together.
I know. Okay, my life doesn't have to be this way.
Too hard. Too hard? Want to help him? Now try. Good. Now you want to do the other one? Okay. Put your cup down. I'll be taking the socks off. Good job.
Thank you.
He likes airplanes, doesn't he? Just gonna hug you goodbye. Can I please hug you goodbye?
Zoe, we have some guests coming over this evening.
Come on, get in the rocket ship. Yeah, heard you. Can you get in the rocket ship, honey?
Hello. Thank you so much for letting us come on short notice.
It's okay, come right in. Hi.
This is Emily and
Hi.
David Alvarez.
Hi, nice to meet you.
They're very excited with Benaya.
Oh, that's great. I don't think this is gonna be the best thing for Zoe. Because she can't handle him being taken away from her again.
They'll have bi-weekly visits indefinitely, and I know it's not ideal.
Find your sleeves. There you go. Use your muscles. Oh. Let me see your muscles, Benaya. Yes. This is Miss Emily.
Hi.
How you doing? I have something for you. You want to open it? Oh, you're a spaceman. That's pretty cool, Benaya.
His room is actually decorated with
Right? So I'm gonna make sure to keep that in mind.
If you reply to that, so you send us all this, I can just say, you don't have to need access to it. You just gotta show up. I can see you when she said your name, I looked and it says you're in there.
Oh, where's Kyra?
Hey, she had to leave early.
Oh. Benaya! 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 Benaya!
Zoe.
Benaya!
Zoe, wait. Zoe. No, listen. Zoe, it happened so quickly they couldn't let me tell you.
When I finally come close, it starts all over again.
What are you working on at school?
Homework?
Do you still like to draw? I always liked your drawings. I love you, you know? Hey, I love you. And I'm gonna fight to get Benaya back. My mom never fought for us, but I'm gonna fight for him.
What about me? Don't you want me to?
Of course. You're not a kid anymore. You're all grown up.
Shalom everyone, my name is Eris Soref. I'm the president of One for Israel. I'm sure many of you have seen.
When I close my eyes and see my life, the life I always imagined, I see something different from what I see now.
She may have some negative side effects to it, but this will help with moments of uncontrollable anger. I really believe this will make life easier.
Zoe doesn't need meds. She needs more therapy. She needs more interaction with her mom.
You see what I do, but forget why.
You'll still get a chance to see him. Hopefully twice a month, maybe even more. I've already set up a play date for this weekend.
Why do they think they can just have him? They aren't his parents.
If it doesn't work, we can always up the dosage or add a second medicine to it to help you feel a little less sad or angry.
But why wouldn't you?
You forget what I've heard. You forget my pain.
Well, the courts have said that your mom has to.
I'm not good enough for them?
That's not it at all. Zoe.
Then what? I explode inside. Sometimes slowly. Sometimes all at once. I hate you! But always, eventually.
What are you reading?
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah? Is it good?
Yeah. It's better than the movie. In the book, Oz is a real place. It's not just in her dream. The tornado catches her up and it takes her away to a real place.
Is that you?
No. She's trying to escape. But the tornado keeps pulling her back in. She keeps spinning and spinning.
It's not always about escaping though. Sometimes you have to learn how to survive inside of it. There you are. Right in the middle of all that spinning, you can let that tornado rip apart your heart, or you choose how to let what has happened to you affect you. Your mom's story doesn't have to be your story. Your future can be different. Remember that. And remember what happens tomorrow.
These mushrooms make you feel better.
We get a chance to visit Benaya.
So, guess what? Did you know that space tornadoes are actually real? That says something from the stars being born. It only comes out of a tornado. It's high winds. They're super dangerous. They're hard to survive. Oh. But at the end, a star is left. In the middle of all that wind. That's you, everybody. Yeah, we're stars. Yeah, ain't that cool? We're stars.
Zoe, you wrote this in your diary. Sometimes someone hurts you so bad, it stops hurting at all. Honey, what were you talking about when you wrote that? If you were to go home to live with your mom right now, would you be safe?
Objection, Your Honor. Cause for speculation.
Objection sustained.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who was being torn apart.
Do we have a prosecutor today?
No, Your Honor.
Maybe you never thought your path would cross these valleys or be led up these mountains.
Miss Locke, you have made considerable efforts. However, what you
But no one can break the inside of me,
so we cannot continue to wait.
and no one can tell me who I will be.
She needs a permanent safe home. I find that this is in Zoe's best interest. So today,
And the question looms. And you have the choice. Where to go next. We are stars. Burn fire, wind, burn into the chaos. And the winds whip around us. And no one stays with us. Or we stay seconds. Everything we know is taken away.
I know it can be hard when you're living in a home that's not your own. Hard to concentrate and stuff.
But one day,
You don't have to draw. Just remember that you get to decide who you want to be. Okay? No one else can do that.
one day. Thanks, Miss Zoe.
These mushrooms make you feel better. They increase focus and energy while keeping you calm and stress-free.
We will shine.
So that shows a lot in your developmental years, a lot of the things that you can go through, and connecting it back to some of the things we've been going through and here. Benaya's probably right around here. He's like, when they first got separated, the little boy, he had maybe just his first words, and then goes up to 2 years vocabulary spurt and probably use of sentences after that. So you see that struggle with development that he goes through. Now there is one more now. They made a new one. Any questions? What's that? I know it is sad. It's real. That's why it's well done. It's well made. It's like, and you see that school is the first place that they often get the kids. Like, she had a black eye on picture day. You know what I mean? Like, that might be, as a teacher, where social workers and teachers are bound to that duty to report. So if we see that like somebody's getting beat at home, we want to make sure that they're safe. We have to, in Cincinnati, we have to call 241 kids. Child Protective Services then has to investigate. We don't say whether they're, in safe hands or not in safe hands. CPS does that. So it's, and sometimes it's just a temporary placement. A lot of times they want to go for that overall family continuity. A lot of people have said, and maybe you guys have heard this before, that like no matter what our background is, our family, we want to go back to our family of origin and see where we're from and see what that's like and see what do we come from. So finishing up, we can actually do part 4 next week just because it is a little long. You guys have any like nieces, nephews, or cousins that age? 2, 3, 4. What do you notice about them? You notice anything about their development or how they learn or this? Okay. They did say 1 in 32 males get it now. Are they male? Yeah. Both of them? What's that? Yeah, like there used to be 1 in 10,000, and now it's like 1 in 32. There is one thing that they did medically since then that changed. Have you guys ever heard about this? I have to turn off my. They always block me when I do this. So when I was born,